speak.
Sir, three modules and
Okay.
two models
Uh,
both are combined.
okay, 1 second, just yeah, one component or module, whatever. Okay, whatever another module, correct, and one more means total three, and there is one root, correct. So suppose this one is a student, student, a student. This one parent, parent. Third one CLASS class, correct. And this is your that Sweta, your voice is coming very low. App component, okay, that is a root module, correct. So what was the requirement? Requirement is that we have to print this student module on our app component, correct. But parent component, we not going to print on app component. We will print this parent on a student one, correct. And what about the teacher module? Okay, no issue. You want teacher module, take that. Okay, so one is a teacher, means oh okay, okay, means a total four. One is a student, parent, and a teacher. Only three or four? Four. Okay, no problem. Whether 4, 5, anything, it's not the matter. Yeah. So what is the this one? Class. Okay. So how it have to interlink? A student will print directly. Parent will link with the student. Okay. What about the teacher? Teacher will print directly. Okay. Teacher have to come directly. What about the class? Direct or with a student or teacher? How? A student. Okay. Means this one is the case. So what we will do? First we will create all component or module, whatever is required. So what we had told? We had told that first will be module, and inside the module component will be there. Correct? And this all will be inside one package. Correct or not? So we will create one module, we will create one component together combinedly. So in each case, we will start creating. Student, parent, teacher, class. Okay. Let's say create. So first I will create not component. First I will create the parent one. Sorry. First I will create the module, then I will create the component. So let's create first module. What is this? PowerShell. Okay. Okay. Anyway, everywhere we get it. Same thing. Okay. So how to create module? ng gm. And what is the module name? Module name is a student. Let's first verify we have any student module. So yeah, we have that student. So what we will do? I will write a student 2. student student 2. Okay. Create that. Then what next? See, you all getting error. I have not the issue. So if you will not speak, then I will not proceed this example because you have the problem. Okay. What about next? Next we will create the component. So again same command, but we will just replace m to c, correct, and a student to itself, let it to be. See what will happen. It will create the component, and see why we had created the component, module first, then component. I showing you the benefit. What is the update statement? Look over the update statement. In which module all component, a student component got updated? Because anyway, module is going to contain all the component, directive, pipes, everything. Correct? So here module will contain your component. Otherwise, you have to import. So when you creating module first, component second, it will get auto update. We not have to update. B was see that last statement, update statement. In this update statement, it's showing the address that is student to module.ts. Correct. Yesterday we were doing something when we created the module. When we created the module, and after creating module, we was importing that here. Means we was passing inside the declaration statement and we was importing. We was doing this thing yesterday. Correct or not? Because we had created component first, module second. That's why. But here, what we had done, we had created the module first, then component. So it get auto update. Fine. Next, let's create next module parent 2. Okay, because already we have the parent module. So I will create the parent 2. After this, component. Okay, next component. So C and parent 2. So now it will create a component 1.
So we create different modules, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm creating one student module. Inside student module,
Class module
I'm
also
putting
create.
sir a component like a class component
No.
and
See, this
Class
red box, this is one group. This box, inside box, this one containing your module and this one is your component. Means a student, parent, teacher, class, each have their separate module and separate component. Like that way we have to do. Every time, yesterday itself I had told that when we creating, we have to create separate module, separate component.
so I'm not that done.
Okay.
That's why.
So next, uh, parent, then student. What is next? Teacher and class.
Teacher.
Module, fine. Teacher, CHER, TEACHER, teacher. Okay. Let's do this component. If you will create a module actually first, then automatic your component will get imported there. That's why I doing this thing. Otherwise, you can create a module or class, means a module or component, anything, any order. Order is not the matter. But you will get a benefit. That's why we going in that order.
Sir, it will be updated because of module name and components would be same.
Yeah, that is the thing. Component. Yes. Okay, so we done our creation part. So what we done? We had created one student, a student module or component, then parent one, then class, and then teacher. Total 4. What we have to do? We have to, which one we have to decide? Means on app component we have to show the data of the student and teacher. Let's do this one first. From where we will start?
From a student.
Student
The app
component
component
dot
dot
HTML.
yes.
Yeah, tell. So on app component.html, we will pass the selector of both, correct? Of a student and of a teacher, this both. So let's write that app dash student student 2. You will got the selector directly there. Let's verify the selector is that one or not. So this one is the selector name. Fine. Okay. So this become your one. Fine. Next. Which one is that?
The
Okay.
teacher.
Teacher. Where is that? Yeah. Teacher. Yeah. Fine. So let's write app dash teacher teacher and let's save. What are you thinking? You will get output or you will get error?
You
Error,
will
sir.
get out.
You will get error or you will get error. Okay. Somebody told error, somebody told output. Fine. Why we will get error?
Because
And
app
why?
modules not pass modules,
Okay.
student and
So
teacher
let's
modules.
Import नहीं करा है ना.
correct. Let's verify the app module. Inside app module, whatever module we had created just now, it should be available. So let's verify a student 2, parents 2, class, teacher. Those are available here? No. Correct? So that's why we will get the error. Let's verify whether we getting error or not. Localhost 4200. What happened? We got the data.
No. We are not getting data. We are getting only root module content.
Yeah. Means here we had added this both, but we not get the data and we not get the output. Means even error there. Then what is the problem? Yeah, error is here. But why we not got error on that part? Here also it have to come. After refresh 2 times, 3 times, it will maybe come.
सर डर गया होगा कहीं आपसे.
Let's save. Let's see first.
Sir, open in terminal, sir.
Yeah, in terminal it's showing error. Okay, let it to be. So be getting error. Same error it's showing. What is that? If app teacher. Where is app student? App student. 1 second. Yeah. So if app teacher, okay, is an Angular component, then verify that it is part of this module. Shivani, you have the same error. Correct.
Sir, I
Means
resolve error.
yeah. So this app teacher, line number 8. Line number 8.
Same error.
This one.
Yes, sir.
This I have to means it's
I
telling
have to
that
import
have
this
to,
in the app module.
yeah, correct. So we have to import that inside our app module. So we will come
Then
here
error.
and we will import our module.
Yes.
Import a statement, remove dot slash, dot slash, then app, then slash, then which one? Which we using to both?
The student.
A student 2 and teacher.
And
Student
teacher.
2.
A student 2. Fine.
Then slash. Module.
And 1 second.
Sir, module also.
Yeah, module. Then we will select here
And import.
module class and we will import that also. Comma a student to module. Fine. Then what was the next? Next
Teacher.
was
Teacher.
Okay. So then we will import the teacher. Right here directly you will get teacher module. Click this. It will help you in auto import. No need to do same thing 2 or 3 times. Okay. So we imported this both. Means now this is the part of our that module, app module. So means data have to come. Let's verify. Be getting any error still or it's working fine. So it's get compiled successful. Let's come to what error came. App component.ts line number app student 2. 1 second. Okay. So next error, because we are trying to get that component, but we had not done something. What we had not done, let's open this module and verify what we had not done. What is required? We missing something.
Export.
What?
Exports.
Correct. So export command. We had not done export. STU.
ट्राई किया था सर एक्सपोर्ट के थ्रू, बट मेरा एरर नहीं शो रहा सर. मेरा हो गया तो थोड़ा कंपाइल टाइम में एरर आ रहा है.
एरर को पढ़िए, पता चलेगा कि क्या एरर है. Okay, so be exported a student module. What about next? Next is class module.
Teacher module. Teacher
module.
Teacher module.
Teacher. Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, we have to export everywhere. If you will export, then it will not give you problem. You can write that, not an issue. Class component. Okay. Same. Which one we want? Teacher module. Teacher module. We want a component to be exported and pass. Now save and check whether we getting the output still or not. What happened? Combined successful. Some error. No error. What about the data? No data. What is going on? This 1 second app dash teacher. Okay, something we had done mistake. App component, we had taken a student and teacher. Fine. Let's verify the student 2. A student 2 module. We exported a student 2 component. Fine. And we had imported that a student 2 and teacher module. Okay. Import all. Student, which one is the next? Class module. And next, which one is pending? Teacher, student, parent also, na? Yeah. Parent 2. Let's save and check now. It giving successful compiled. Maybe not getting error. 1 second.
Sir, open in browser in terminal, sir.
Yeah,
So,
that
showing
is
the
the
output.
required. This new browser should be required, I think. Let's open in the incognito. No, then also same thing. Let's stop this compiling and again wait. Before that, I will export all. Class module, we had exported the component. Yeah, fine. Then image parent, no required. Then parent 2, we had exported. No, export here. export exports. Which one? parent to component, and then which one? Parent to a student. Verify this one. A student is fine. Teacher exported. Yeah, it's fine. Now everything is going good. Let's refresh. We're not getting anything, but there is no any error. Then compile again.
सर एक डॉट मॉड्यूल में, एक डॉट में वो मॉड्यूल में इंपोर्ट किए क्या सर? app dot module. हेलो प्रफुल्ल भाई, हेलो।
हाँ भाई।
वो सर का नेटवर्क है, उनको डाउट ही हो जाता है, नेटवर्क ना चला गया मेरा।
अरे धर्मेंद्र, मेरा एरर देखो तो पर क्या आ रहा है। ये देखो तो ये कौन सा एरर आ रहा है ये।
स्टूडेंट एरर मैक्सिमम कॉल स्टैक साइज एक्सेसर।
हेलो
पता ना कौन सा एरर है। एनजी मॉड्यूल।
हेलो
हेलो
यस
सर।
सर, यस।
हाँ सर।
सिवन रिएक्टिव ट्रेनिंग।
या
पता ना कुछ डिलीट किया है शायद।
क्या हो गया? Okay, let's it compiled. It's compiling. But it not have to come error because we had exported also there. Then it will browse. Sure. Let's open this. Yeah. So now it's working. Previously, I don't know what was the error. Okay, so actually that was not an error. What we had done, we had created many module. Hello, am I audible?
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
Hello.
Yes sir जी, yes.
Okay, fine. So previously that was also not the issue. What was the issue? We had created multiple module, and while compiling time, it getting confused type. Okay, when you will create component, it will compile. It's not the issue. But when you creating the module, if you're getting error and if you resolve the error, but if you're not getting the output after resolving error also, close the compilation process, start the compilation again. Okay, so in that scenario, it will work fine. That is the case actually. Okay, so when you're creating the component means module, you have to take care. Otherwise, you will struggle for getting the output, but you will not get. Okay,
सर हमको
so what
कुछ
is the
अलग
next
ही
step?
एरर आ रहा है।
Okay, we will look over that. Don't worry. So what is the next step after this? So what we got? Just 1 second. Yeah. So after this, what is the next step? Next step is now what we getting in the output side. We getting a student works and teacher works. Correct? So a student works came and teacher works came. Now we have to get parents also. Correct? But where we have to get the output of the parent via means directly or via somewhere. How?
Sir, your screen stuck, sir.
Parent output.
मेरे को ब्लैक डिस्प्ले क्यों दिख रहा है सर, पता ही नहीं चल रहा।
सर yours
हाँ सर, आपका सर स्टक हो गया स्क्रीन।
4 बार रिज्वाइन कर लिए, हो ही नहीं रहा।
Yeah, hello.
Yes sir.
Yeah. So how to get that parent output?
sir, hello sir,
Sir,
your screen is sir.
screen.
Yeah.
सर हाँ
Yeah.
अभी सही है।
1 second.
Sir.
It will be. Yeah. So how to get the parent output? Means directly on the app component or via a student. How we have to display?
Via student, sir.
Via a student means if that is via a student, so where we will pass the selector of the parent.
Selector of parent, we are going to pass a student dot component.
Inside a student.
Inside a student. So we will open now a student and parent. Let's open and remaining all just close. Don't be confused. Okay, so let's open
A student 2.
a student and parent. So a student 2, let's open the module and component dot html, ts not required. Then same parent module, parent component dot html, and open app module as well. Okay, let's verify here whether, okay, before that let's move to the app module, a student 2 module. So a student 2 module means here a student 2 component is there, it's fine. Next, parent 2 module. So parent 2 module, we have to pass a parent module on a student. So do one thing, on a student we will write the selector of the parent, app dash parent parent 2, correct or
Yes.
not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That will be correct because we will write the component dot ts selector app dash parent 2. Fine. Okay. So this now parent 2 become the part of the student, means now it will be available via this one. But let's verify, you getting any error or is it working fine? So we not got the output, means your something we had missed. So what we missed? Let's verify on a student module that app parent module is available or not. Correct. On a student module, we will verify, see that error. We got the error. What is the error? App parent 2 is Angular component, then verify it is a part of this module. So we have to verify that inside the module. So inside the module, we have not that module. So we will import that module. Let's import which one? App dash, sorry, parent parent 2 module. And let's save. And now let's verify. We getting again some error or that's working fine. I think again I have to restart that one. Compiler. Open console. We getting any error there? No, there is no error. Okay, but this is correct. So a student component .html, we had written the parent. Let's verify on the app module whether app module also having this parent 2 module. Yeah, so remove this and remove this as well, because we will pass only one time, not multiple time. Now again we not getting. Means again I have to start the compilation process. But this time I will not open. So see, maybe you understand that one, what we had done. We passed parent module on a student component. Correct. Means we had a linked parent with a student. Same thing we will do with the class also. Class also we will pass where? On a student. Correct. And the selector we will pass there. Then you will get the output. Otherwise, if I will again compile that one, that will take too much time. That's why. Let's see, be getting or not. No, that I have to compile again. Okay, anyway, had you got idea how to move? Like this
Yes,
way
sir.
you have to move, but after this also,
Yes, sir.
if anyone getting stuck, please tell me. Just practice. If you will get stuck, just let me know.
Okay, sure. Go for
सर टीचर को कहाँ
student.
रखना है?
Teacher, and teacher is already coming this, na?
Yes, in
Teacher one.
direct.
टीचर सेपरेट है?
Yeah,
सर तो स्टूडेंट के द्वारा पेरेंट और क्लास आ रहा है.
correct.
चलिए
See
टीचर
this.
सेपरेट आ रहा है. हाँ.
Teacher is separately coming on this.
सर एक बात
बट सर
बताइए.
पेरेंट का तो आउटपुट दिख नहीं रहा सर वहाँ पे.
Yeah, because I have to again that one. I have to restart the compiler again.
Sir,
पेरेंट स्टूडेंट के
meanwhile, link
Sir,
link
sir,
class
तो-
also with students. Sir.
What?
Link class also with students. Sir.
सर
Yeah,
पहले
yeah.
मेरे क्वेश्चन को लीजिए.
Yeah, Swani, tell.
सर
सर हम ये कह रहे हैं कि पेरेंट तो स्टूडेंट के थ्रू आ रहा है ना, तो
Okay.
पेरेंट में एक्सपोर्ट भी तो कराना होगा ना पेरेंट के.
Parent में क्या करना होगा?
तो
See.
error आ रहा है, confused हो
See,
गया.
see, parent is coming via student, correct? Parent is displaying the data via student. So we will take the selector of this one and we will pass on this.
Yes.
Correct or not?
Student2.component.html.
We will pass the selector on that. Same
Yes.
thing, we will take the selector of class and we will pass on this one.
Yes.
Got it?
सर तो
Praful,
सर तो
Roshan.
हम ऐप मॉड्यूल से
Yeah.
पेरेंट मॉड्यूल और क्लास मॉड्यूल रिमूव कर दे तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है.
No, we will remove there.
We
Not the
already
problem.
removed.
We will not write
ठीक है,
there. I had already removed,
सर
but we will
सर तो
not write.
जब हम स्टूडेंट को कमेंट आउट करेंगे सेलेक्टर
Yeah.
को, तो ये पेरेंट क्लास और
Yeah, that will also.
ये दोनों कमेंट आउट हो जाएगा. अच्छा,
Correct.
ठीक है सर.
Because
हो गया.
anyway, reference is the parent one. Means reference is the student one. Via student,
Sir, तो-
parent is coming.
ऐप डॉट कंपोनेंट में सिर्फ ऐप स्टूडेंट रहेगा और ऐप टीचर रहेगा.
Yeah.
दो
Only
सेलेक्टर
two
रहेगा.
selector. That's it.
ओके.
Got it, everyone? Anyone having any issue, confusion again? Means still tell me.
Sir, two selector and two module also in
And-
app component.
Module is on the module section. We're not discussing regarding the we're discussing regarding the component.
Okay.
Now everybody is aware that if we are taking the component, then your module will be there. So here we will take app dash student, a student, one selector. Second is app dash teacher, this both selector. And on a student, app dash parent, parent, this selector. Then on here also we will write the class, app dash class, this both selector. Anything more? Parent
Sir,
came there. Yeah.
स्टूडेंट में सर पेरेंट का मॉड्यूल आएगा और एक क्लास का मॉड्यूल आएगा.
Yeah, inside a student, parent came, class came. Means module of that will also come there. Then teacher already came there. Class already gone on the student. Like this type we have to move. Clear?
sir,
Yeah.
in app.component.html, passing only student dot means student selector, not passing app parent. Only student
Parent,
passing.
no. See, whatever I had written, this is your selector. Got it? Whatever I written this both, this is your selector. Here I written, this is your selector. Because parent is coming on the student. So we will write that selector on the student one, not on the app.
Okay,
Got
sir.
it?
Okay, sir. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that means that now I had written the selector where you will write the selector actually. On which file you have to write the selector. Like this way you will interlink. Starting you will get confusion, but after few minutes, after few activity, you will get clear. Okay. Shivani, you getting error? Share your screen.
सर अब सॉल्व हो गया, बन गया.
Okay, fine.
सर मेरा एरर सॉल्व कर सकते सर.
Okay, share your screen. See, try to resolve error from your end itself. Okay, so then it will be more helpful
वो
for
हम
you.
ना एक्सपोर्ट करा दे रहे थे टीचर कंपोनेंट को दोबारा से, इस वजह से हम पढ़
Yeah.
रहे हैं।
See, what is the error? Export class parent module. Go in there. Appear in the ng module import, but itself has the error. Oh, means you are going to import, but that file itself has error. So first you have to remove the error from that file itself.
बट सर मैंने
ng module, export of parent module. Go in the parent module. You have error in the parent module.
ये वाला एरर है सर, लाइन नंबर 15,
Line number
लाइन नंबर
15.
15, ये वाला पेरेंट मॉड्यूल।
Where is the error?
यहाँ पे शो रहा है सर नीचे एक्सपोर्ट प्लस पेरेंट मॉड्यूल।
Export class. 1 second. Scroll up. Yeah, parent module. Oh, okay. Here you done some mistake. Something you removed from the code. 1 second. I think parenthesis you removed. Export class module. Export class parent module. That's fine. Comma is there. Import is there. Exports there. Student component. Where is the error? Appear in the ng module dot import of app module, but itself has error. Export. Go in the app module one time. You taken a student module. Okay, got it.
अरे
The
ऐप
error.
मॉड्यूल में डिक्लेयर कर दिया सर पेरेंट कंपोनेंट।
Remove that parent component here.
पेरेंट कंपोनेंट ये वाला।
Yeah, line number 13. Sorry, not 13. That 18.
तो रहने दो
One
सर।
second. See what you had done mistake in each section.
सर इस पेरेंट मॉड्यूल क्यों डालेंगे?
नहीं.
पेरेंट मॉड्यूल को हम लोग स्टूडेंट में डालना है।
Yeah, that's fine. But what he had done mistake in each section. See, he written here parent module, and there itself he writing the parent component also. See, line
Yes,
number
sir.
13 parent component is there, and line number 18 parent module is there. Then what is the need of creating module? If you making that module also the part of that app module and component also, then what is the use of that personal module? Roshan, are you getting?
यस सर, यस सर।
So parent component should be inside parent module, not anywhere. Means they have their own module. Okay, so just you have to remove all and import, so you will not get error.
Sir, but it will not get self also.
Man, this is just a parent module. Go in the app student module. Everywhere you had done the same mistake. Remove this parent module first here. Line number 16. See, whatever we learn, use that technique. App module. Be in the app module itself. How you had created this one? 1 second. Means you had not created now. You using the same previous one itself.
सर मॉड्यूल और कंपोनेंट दोनों इंपोर्ट कैसे करें?
भाई ये क्या किए हुए है कि दोनों चीज को इंपोर्ट किए हुए है।
सर कंपोनेंट को इंपोर्ट नहीं करना है सर, ये वाला एक्सपोर्ट को।
इंपोर्ट में सर कंपोनेंट भी कॉमन मॉड्यूल स्टूडेंट मॉड्यूल। सर चुप आप बोलिए, इनको सब डिलीट करके बनाने के लिए खिचड़ी है।
वही चीज है रोशन, आप ये पूरा डिलीट कीजिए।
दिमाग लगा
स्टूडेंट, सेकेंड, पेरेंट सब डिलीट कीजिए, जितना कंपोनेंट आपका है सारा डिलीट कीजिए और फिर से बनाइए।
ठीक है सर।
पेपर पेन पकड़िए, डायग्राम बनाइए, तब आगे मूव कीजिए। समझ में आया? ऐसे नहीं तो फंस उसमें उलझ के रह जाइएगा, फिर वो कॉम्प्लिकेटेड लगने लगेगा।
1 घंटा हो गया सर, कंफ्यूज हो गया सर।
हाँ, so first you have to create the module. Okay, first generate module, then generate the component. Don't generate component first. Okay, I think hope everybody is area. Yeah, Shweta.
Sir, without import and export, I got that output, sir, in parent section. I share.
Without import and export, you got output.
कंपोनेंट सब क्रिएट ना कर दिए सर.
Shweta, share your screen. Let's see how this miracle happened. I know that she had not used that particular module. She used that all component inside app module.
App modules. Yes, sir.
That's it. So no need of export. That's it done. Open app module. Don't open anywhere. Open app module. See that. She had taken all the component. Okay, then what is the need of import export command? Got Sweta? Here, line number 32, 31, 30, 29, you taken all component here. So, but after that also we had created their personal component. Suppose that parents component you taken, we have already parents module. So we will not write here that parent component. We will write this parent component inside the parent module. Got it? That time you will need the export command. Line number 31, remove that component, parent component. Yeah, remove that. Yeah, and go to that parent module. Let it to be others. We will do this one. You can perform for the others also. Go parents module. Yeah. Now here you have to import parent component because you have your parent module. So you will import that. Don't write that much. Go in the import command bottom. Okay. Let it to be right. Component. Yeah, first one. Don't take a spec file. We have to take that one. Parent.component. Control space. Don't write. Yeah, enter. First one itself. And you have to declare inside the declaration also. Now you will not get this component. Now you will not get the output. So now you have to export. And you have to pass that array and that parent component. And while writing code, just format the document. Right click and format. Alt Shift and F. Okay, save. And now parent module should be in the app module. Open the app module. App module.ts. Yeah. Here parent module should be. So parent module is there. That's fine. Check that. Had you got the output or not? If you not get output, you have to compile the go down completely last. Don't go up. Yeah, it's a compiled successful. Now check the output in the browser. Open Chrome. Open browser. Don't worry. Open browser. Chrome. Then how you checking the output without browser?
Sir, I'm using
बाप रे,
MD
इतना सारा
server.
फाइल रखी है सर डेस्कटॉप पे. हम तो कंफ्यूज हो जाएंगे.
Open browser. Yeah.
लग रही है प्रोफेशनल वर्कर. अच्छा टीसीएस कवर कर रहे हैं इसलिए. पूरा घर
श्वेता
संसार रख लिए उस पे डेस्कटॉप पे.
श्वेता हैकर से ठीक है वैसे ना बोलो. ओपन लोकल होस्ट. या
देखिए
प्रेस एंटर.
सर,
जस्ट
गूगल
प्रेस एंटर.
गूगल में नहीं, याओ सर्च इंजन यूज करती है. तब स्पेशल है इसका.
You got the output.
श्वेता को ना टीसीएस भी टूटा हुआ लैपटॉप दिया है.
So see, you have to remove that all like that. Whatever you had written, you have to remove. Okay, then export will work. Okay.
Okay.
सर कोई कंपनी नहीं है इधर इंडिया में जो एप्पल गिफ्ट देती हो एम्प्लॉय को.
Okay, let me share. Any others? Anyone having any issue? Okay, no issue. Oh, sorry, why I opened this one? Okay, I have to create the component. ng, G for generate, C for component, data, BINDING, data binding. So see, today we're going to discuss about the data binding. Let's take the picture of this one if anybody want. How to crop? Yeah, select. Oh, now I have to select crop.
सर का डिजाइन सॉफ्टवेयर बहुत
क्या છે? अरे ओपन तो हो जा।
ये सिस्टम सर 11 में हो ही नहीं रहा, परेशान हो गए हैं हम।
नहीं इसमें तो होता है, पता नहीं क्यों नहीं हुआ। और डेस्कटॉप
हाँ
में
वही इसमें होता है, 10 में, 11 में होता ही नहीं।
okay, I said that who had not completed, please complete that one. Okay. Okay, fine. So let's start the topic. Today we going to discuss. Now get compiled. Yeah. Now see, after compilation, we got the data: student, parent, teacher. Okay. So if you're not getting the output, you have to cancel the compiler, again start the compilation. Then you will get the output. Okay. So data binding. What is the use of data binding? Previously itself we had seen something in the case of data binding, that if suppose we had written something. 1 second, let me close these all. Remove. And where is my topic? Okay, topics automatic got updated. When you will move some file, it will get automatic update inside the that file, app module. Okay, so now we have to look over the data binding. Where is my selector? App component.html. App dash. Okay, so data binding came. Next. Okay, so suppose that we want to write something. Okay, here I have to display the title. Title means I passing H1. Here be writing welcome. COL, welcome to ANGULAR, Angular. So we got the output that welcome to Angular. But this data is coming from the HTML page. But I not want to display the data from the HTML page. I want to display means on HTML. I not want to make this hard coded. So what is the option? So option is that we can get that particular data from the database. Okay. But right now we don't know about the database, how to work with the database in the Angular or other languages. So what we will do, we will take this value from the TypeScript page. Means on the our component, which we commonly known as component page. So we will cut this file, means we will cut that text, save, and we will paste here. But how to paste that? Now the question came, how to pass here? I had already discussed this thing. Please tell me. Shivani, Roshan, Praful.
It variable,
Sir,
sir.
please
Sorry.
ask one more time.
What? Ask one more time.
sir क्वेश्चन क्या है नहीं समझ
Oh my God.
सुने ही नहीं.
See, now we getting the data here. Welcome to Angular. We had written on the HTML page, correct? So now we getting same whatever we had written here, it getting on the UI. I not wanted to add here as like a hard coded data. Remove this. There is no data, correct? But there is no output. But I want to display that output via TS page. Okay, this one. So how we can pass the data
Can use
from the type
prompt method.
prompt method.
Variable also, sir.
खाना खा
Sir,
गया
using variable.
आप
अभी खाना
नहीं नहीं
variable
शिवानी, आपके
डाल-
आपके चरण कहाँ हैं? मुझे आप अपने चरण दीजिए.
सर हम पकड़ ले रहे हैं छोड़ आप पकड़िएगा
Sir, we will use sir template double.
Okay. So
Single.
when we want to display this data from the which page? TypeScript to HTML. Okay. So what we will do? First step, we will create the variable. Okay. But here we will not write let const or where, because if we will write that let, or I will write title, title, title equal to, okay, and this one. So this is your string. Welcome to Angular. This is your string. So we will make this as a string. So this one become a string, but we getting error. What is the error? Put cursor. Let's verify what it's showing. Unexpected token, a constructor, method, accessor, or property was expected. Means total 4 things should be available. Why it want only 4 things? Why? Why not we can write late, title, or these all things? What is the problem? Let's verify the issue is due to this one itself or others also. Let's comment this. Issue got resolved. Means its issue is due to this line. What is the reason behind this? Already I had discussed these things.
because in class we
Because
are
of
not using
constructor.
servlet where const
Yeah. So
Because
we
sir,
can use
as
inside the constructor all the things.
this is inside the class. So inside the class, we will not write late or where or const. We can't declare anything outside. Only we can write method, property, means method, property, accessor, or constructor. These only. Inside those method or constructor, we can do whatever we want. So here, but we want to declare this title here itself. So what we can do? We can remove this let. No need to pass let. Okay, means now we can write the title. It not giving error. So now save and let's verify we getting the data or not. So we not got the output. Then what is the problem? The problem is that we had written the title on this page, but on this HTML page we had written just H1. There is no any connection between that. Who is on unmute, please? So there is no any connection between HTML page and TypeScript page. This is your TS page. This is your TS page and this is your HTML page. So on HTML, what we had written, what is available now? Just H1, correct or not? And what is written here? TITLE, title. In title, we had written some value. With H1, there is no value. Means when we was writing the same thing on HTML page, we was getting the output. But now we not get output because there is no any connection between these both pages. Means connection is there with page, but there is no connection with this variable and H1. No one is performing, no one is telling that the title have to pass here or this have to write there. So how we can make connection with the help of what thing?
Interpolation.
Interpolation. So how we will write the interpolation? We will write interpolation with the help of a double curly bracket. Okay. So you have to write a double two time curly bracket. So let's write that. So how we will write the curly braces? 2 time, like this type. And inside the curly braces, you have to pass the variable name. So which is variable? Variable is a title or welcome to Angular. Means I want this data, welcome to Angular. So which one is the variable?
Title.
Title is the variable. So what we will do, we will write a title in the middle of this one, interpolation. So here we will write a title. Okay, we will write a title in the middle. So whatever you will write in the middle of interpolation means curly bracket, that will take the data from the HTML page. Okay, so let's do one thing. Double click, copy and paste in middle of this one. Let's save and let's verify the output, whether we getting or not. So we got the output, correct. Let's verify on the HTML. What we had written, just interpolation and title. We had not written anything, but I want a bigger size, means we want to apply the HTML like H1, H4 or paragraph or bold or italic format, whatever you want. So suppose you have to write anything in the bigger letter. What we will do, we will write that inside the HTML tag, or we will apply the style, whatever we know from the HTML CSS side, we will apply those things. Okay, so suppose you written H1, I want to write something. Okay, we will just write that and we will save the output. Means that much bigger size I want. So what I will do, we will take this interpolation completely and we will pass inside this H1. Save and now verify. We getting welcome to Angular with same format or not. So we got the same bigger size. Clear? So not only this one, whatever you will write here, you will get all data. Now I written only one. Now I want another thing, name, value. How we will pass? So I want to display this data on our UI. What we will do?
Sir, again.
Everybody slept.
No, sir. When we are going to take H1 tag and inside we are going to pass this.
Yeah. So what we will do? We will take the name value and we will pass again with interpolation. So we will take the interpolation, we will pass the variable. We're not passing the value. See that we are passing just variable name. Okay, so let's say save and let's verify we getting the data or not. So we get the data, but I not want data like this type. Okay, I want data to be inside the italic or bold, something like that type of tag. So I want inside the italic tag. So write italic, pass the interpolation inside. Now we got the italic. Now I have to apply the style, means I want to make the color red. So what we can do, means two things, you got the idea. how the interpolation is working, means how we can transfer, how we can pass the data from TS page to HTML via interpolation. So what we are doing, we are creating the variable, means not the variable, you can tell that we are creating the data, and with the help of the variable name, we can take that on the HTML, and we can bind that variable with the help of the interpolation symbol. Up to here, anyone having any issue? Tell me.
No issue, sir.
Okay. What about others?
No
Sir,
issue.
yes, sir.
Fine. So now what we will do, we had written the plain HTML. Now I want to add the style. So we will go with just a simple color, that font color. So what we will do, we will write the style and color red, save. Let's see whether we getting the output or not. So we got the output, correct? So what type of CSS is this one? What type of?
Inline.
Inline. But we will not write this inline. So I want to be make this as external CSS. Now tell me where we will write this. On which file?
In component.css.
In
Not
component.css. But which file? Which component.css?
Data binding.
Data bindings.
Correct. So we will write on the data binding component.css. Okay. So let's pass here. So be written a style color equal to this thing. Is this correct? And just modify
No,
how
sir,
we can,
no, sir.
how
Sir,
we will
you-
modify. Yeah.
Within H1 tag you can take, sir.
Remove style and pass H1.
Okay, fine. We will pass H1. Then
Curly braces, sir.
Sir, we
Curly
can add
braces.
class or ID.
Color red.
yeah, class ID, those also we can do, not an issue. So we will write the color. Oh, remove this also. Yeah, fine. And now save and now verify. We get the output or not. So we got the output. Now we had written with the help of the tag. I not want with the help of the tag. We want with the help of the ID or class. So let's verify with the ID. So what is this? Name, save, and now come here. But this time, okay, let it to be first. NAME, name, value. Is this correct? Sorry, that name only. Yeah, name, and I will add here background color. Okay, and green, yellow, save. Okay, means what we had done, we taken the data from where? From the TypeScript page. We passed the same data on our HTML with the help of the interpolation. Now we added the style on their CSS, particular CSS file. But I not want to write this CSS on their particular. I want to write this CSS on global CSS file. Which one is the global style file?
Style.css.
A style.css. So just write here. What are you thinking? We have to modify anywhere, we have to add anything, or it will work directly?
It will no need to modify, it will be work directly.
It will work directly. Let's verify whether it's working or not. Let's save this also. Okay, let's save again one more time. Yeah, so it's working fine. Let's do one thing. We can't be sure that whether it is coming from here or somewhere more. Let's save again. Let's see. Means now we are sure that this is CSS is coming from our which one? Global CSS itself. Clear? Or anyone having any issue? So what we had done, we covered 4 things. One, we taken the data from the component.ts file. In place of writing everything on the HTML, we had taken from the TypeScript. After that, we added a style. We added a style in line also. First, we had added the inline. After that, we moved with the CSS external file. After that, we had moved with the global CSS. Anyone having issue? Now tell me.
Sir, for me, no issue, sir.
Anyone? Others?
No, sir.
No problem. Vivekanand, any issue? Shivani?
No, sir.
Okay. So moving the data from the which file we are moving right now? On which file means from which to which file we are moving data?
Data.binding.ts to data.binding.html.
TS to
Yeah.
HTML. HTML to
Means
CSS.
commonly we can tell that data moving from the TS to HTML. Correct. Like this way. Because our data is available on the TS with the help of the variable we are passing in the interpolation on HTML file. So this data is moving from the TS to HTML, and the way of passing the data from the TS to HTML is known as one-way binding. Okay, this is known as one-way data binding. You can tell data binding or you can tell binding. That's it. No issue. What? This is known as one-way binding. One-way data binding. Okay. Next. Now we can move the data from TS page to HTML. But now I want to move the data from the HTML to TS page. So how we can do? So that is known as the two-way binding. Means we can pass the data from the HTML to TS also, and TS to HTML. This process is known as that one-way binding. Now we want to pass the data from the HTML to TS. This is known as the two-way binding. So let's see how we can do two-way binding. Go through the documentation one time. So here something is written information, same thing, whatever we had discussed. So data binding, this is two type. Okay, this is divided into two group. That is one-way binding. Second is two-way binding. So one-way binding we can perform with the help of the interpolation. Something more is there, property binding, event binding, two-way binding. So don't worry regarding this both, we will discuss. But one-way binding, only interpolation will come. Two-way binding is second thing. Okay, so how we will perform the two-way binding? Let's see. So here this all information, whatever is there, it is written. Whatever we discussed, the same thing is there. There is next. Here it's doing many operations. See, number one and number means say here we are passing num10. Okay, let's see this. Here we are passing some value num num equal to 10. Fine. Be passing num equal to 20. Now I have to display num2 equal to 20. Now you have to display the output here. Means take interpolation num. Let's save. Look over the UI. You got the 10. Do the num2 num2. Let's save. We got 20. I not want 10 and 20. I want the addition of both. What we will do?
In between, you are going to use plus operator.
Addition of num and num2. Okay. So we will take this both. Samir mute. We will take both and we will pass there. But we will pass addition operator. Let's verify where we can pass here or not. Let's see what it will do. So what is the output? Output it's showing 10 plus 20, but it's not given the resultant. I want 30 directly. So don't pass here. Now come to inside the interpolation and pass here. See, both num plus num2 is together with the help of plus operator, and after that interpolation symbol. Let's verify. We got the output. So output become 30. So if you have to do any operation, so you can perform and you can pass with the help of the interpolation. So actually, what interpolation is doing? Interpolation is just helpful. It helping for displaying purpose. Whatever value you getting from the TS page, it helping in the displaying purpose. It's not doing anything. It just like a placeholder which is going to display your data. That's it. So if you will write num1 and num2 outside also, whether you will get the output or not, what you will get? If you will write here, what you will get here? Num plus num2, tell me. What will be the output?
As it is, we
It's showing as it is.
As it is means 30 or num plus num2, what?
num plus num2.
Num plus
No,
num2.
num plus num2.
Okay, then. Lalan, what you telling?
Yes, num plus num2 it will showing.
Why not 30? Because it have to add is.
Inside the interpolation is not given now. That's
Okay.
why it will show
Okay.
as.
Okay, fine. Let's verify what it's showing. So see here, it given num plus num2 and then addition, because now this is treated as the HTML, means normal text. But when we writing inside the variable, means inside the interpolation symbol, it is treating like a variable. It's searching on the HTML page. Now do one thing. Comment this both line. Okay. Now data is not there. Num and num2. Now see what will happen. What happened? Not a number, because num and num2 is not available there. That's why you got not a number. We got any error? Yeah, error is there. It considered that as undefined, that's why it given, but error is there. Now read the error. What is the error? Property num2 does not exist on type data binding component. See that num2, it's giving error. Then where is that num1? Yeah. So property num does not exist on type data binding. Correct. So you can reach say that page directly, or that component HTML or whatever. Just click here, control and click. It will automatically open the page and it will reach you on that line itself. So see, your cursor is blinking on that line itself. Correct. If you will click on type a script, where is that? Yeah. So see, it will giving you suggestion. Let's open. So it start blinking on your HTML page. So via error itself, we can reach on exact that place. Okay. So why we got that error? Because the variable is not defined and we are writing inside the HTML, means inside the interpolation, and due to interpolation, it thinking that yeah, and due to interpolation, it thinking that this num and num2, it's like a variable. But when it's searching variable on the TS page, it's not getting any variable because we had commented that one. So due to that, it giving you the error. Clear? or anyone having still any doubt?
No doubt.
No doubt? Okay, fine. So here on the document, you will get a different type of the operations. You can perform this. This is written inside the template, but no need to write inside the template. You can write on the HTML, because already we know that why we writing on the template and why we writing on the HTML. And here something you getting that colon and number. This is actually data type, you can tell, means which type of data that is. If you not want, you can remove this dot number. We will discuss that why we writing. Okay, so you will get the output. So this is interpolation, bind property value into an object interpolation. So here see, it taken one object, and from the object it displaying the data. So how to display the data? Company dot name, company dot city, company dot state, company dot country, and inside the interpolation. So there are different examples is written here. You can practice, then you will get more clarity over that one. Then here set timeout means after 2000 second, means 2 millisecond, this function will get executed, and then it will display the data. If you will get the idea, then okay. If you not, then left. Otherwise, if you want, we can check that constructor. Let's see this one, what it will do. Where is company? Company is this one. Then take this data and pass this data on our TypeScript page. What happened? Suddenly data is not there, no data. And after 2 seconds, your data came. Got it? See, data is coming after 2 seconds because what we had written here, set timeout and the callback method. And inside that we had written the data. And here we had given 2000. Same thing we had done in the JavaScript. Okay. But here who is calling this method? Constructor itself is calling the method, because we had written inside the constructor. Why we written inside the constructor? We will discuss these things. But already we know, means when you running that command, means when you running the code, your constructor will get loaded first. That is the main reason. Okay, now move to the another part. So there are different examples, just you can practice. Operation to be performed, interpolation plus operator. Okay, next is property binding. I will come property last. Before that, go to two-way binding. Using property inside Angular, no attribute, no. With class name, no HTML class, conditionally apply classes, class binding with class. Where is ng module? Okay, two-way binding I kept separately. Okay, got it. Attribute binding, property binding. Yeah. So up to here, that is interpolation part only. Second is a property binding. So what is the use of property binding? So for property binding, we will use the expression this one. Okay, means we have to pass the data inside the square bracket. Let's wait 1 second. Wait, where is that binding? Let me create one component first. Yeah. Ng, G for generate, C for component, property, property, binding. So if we written here means component.html also we have to update. So let's comment this one and app module.ts, that's fine. Component.ts. No result. Property binding.ts. हाँ धर्मेंद्र तो सो जा, डेटा खत्म हो गया तुम्हारा तो। दिन रात यूट्यूब चलाओगे तो क्या होगा? Okay, so now we will look in the property binding. So how to write the property binding and what is that actually? So property binding allow us to bind HTML element property to a property in the component. Whenever the value of the component changes, the Angular updates the element property in the view. You can set the property of such a class, href, src. These all things we can pass. Okay, so we can pass the text also, we can pass the content style, those all. You can also use it to set the properties of the custom components or directive property decorator with @input. Already we had told, we will discuss that @input. But how we writing the property binding? So property binding be writing like this. So first we have to pass the property here and then we have to write the expression. So this way we can write the property binding. So let's do some examples. Here the binding target or target property is enclosed in the square bracket. Okay, inside the square bracket we have to pass the target property. Second, it should match the name of the property of the enclosing element. Means whatever we are writing inside that, it have to match. So binding source, same thing is written. Let's go to the example. So what we written here, take this example here directly. So here we had taken one inner text. Where we had seen this inner text? Where we had seen that inner text? JavaScript. Yeah. So while writing while taking the data from the JavaScript, I think, or passing the data, what we were doing with the help of inner text, we was getting the data or we was passing the data on HTML?
The data sir from HTML.
Passing the data.
Document dot get element by ID.
Yeah, that we was doing actually. Document dot get element by ID and dot inner text. Correct. So we was inner text equal to, we was passing something. Means via this way we was passing the data from the JavaScript to HTML. Correct. So same thing we are doing here. What we are doing here, we had written one title. Okay, and here we had written is disabled something. This is another one. Let's comment this. Okay, so here we had written the title, and this title we going to display on our HTML. Okay. So what we had written, we had taken the inside the square bracket. After that, we had written the title. Inside the square bracket, what we had done, we had written inner text. Okay, and this title, this is the what? This is the variable which is coming from the HTML page. Just one time go to the syntax and compare that with the help of syntax. So what is there? Property equal to expression, or what is that? Binding dash target equal to source. So here we are passing source, means from where the data is coming. So this data is coming from the TS, because already on TS we had written title equal to. Then this is your binding target, where you want to bind the data. So we want to bind the data on the inner text. Let's verify now whether we getting the output or not. Is that same thing is written there? Angular property binding example. Same thing we had written there. So same thing, if we have to convert not with the property binding, with interpolation, how we can do? This is actually your property binding. Okay. Means you can tell that there are different ways by which you can display the data. This is also known as the one-way binding itself. The data is coming from the where the data is available on the TypeScript page, and we are binding this on HTML. So this is known as the one-way binding itself. That's fine. How we can convert this thing with the help of the interpolation? How we can display? I not want to display with the help of property binding. How we can display with the help of the interpolation?
Passing inside interpolation title.
Passing inside the interpolation. Correct. So we will pass inside the interpolation and we will write their title. Let's save. Be getting the data or be getting the error. So we got the data. Correct. Clear. So there was another way. Already we know the interpolation. Via interpolation we can write like this. Second is a property binding. So via property binding also we can write that. Okay. So one thing. Here we had written inner text. We can write here inner HTML also. What are you thinking?
Yes, sir. We can write, sir.
We can write. Let's save and let's verify whether output is coming or not. So we got the output. What is difference between inner text and inner HTML?
Bold color, bold letter, sir.
What is difference between both inner text and inner HTML? Bold is not coming due to inner text or inner HTML. Bold is coming due to which one?
H1 tag.
Like inner HTML is written all the text including HTML tags, and inner text is written the text contained by an argument.
Okay, let's verify now itself. So we will write H1. Okay, and hello world. Fine. So suppose we taking this one and we are passing here. It giving error. Fine. Pass inside. Now what should we output? We will get output like H1 hello world or hello world or both.
Hello world.
What?
H1 hello world, sir.
Okay. What about others? We had used inner text and we had used inner HTML, or whether we will get error. This is property binding. Okay. Keep in mind how we to write property binding inside the square bracket. Means first you will pass here on which element you have to apply the property. So now we are applying the property on inner text or inner HTML. Fine. So here we will write that. And here outside we will write the target from where you source from where you getting the data, means which variable providing the data. So for right now we are getting data from the title variable. So that's why we are writing like this way. So this was the topic is just a small, okay, but we are elaborating with the help of the example. So you will get some more understanding over the topic. So we had written inner text and inner HTML. What is the need? Means what will be the output? Whether H1 will be also there or just hello world or whether error.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, line number 3.
Yeah.
Sir, yes, sir, line number 3, that output will come along with H1 tag. And line number
Okay.
4, output will come without H1 tag. Sir.
Okay, fine. What about others, sir?
Yes, sir. Inner it's passing the content and element, and
Okay.
inner HTML would be content.
Okay. So see, what will happen? I don't know what will happen, but assumption is there. So in inner text, it will consider this completely as a plain text. So it will display H1, hello world, everything.
Yes,
But
sir,
in
along with
inner
H1 tag. Sir.
HTML, in inner HTML, it will consider just like HTML. So H1 will be give their effect, means whatever boldness be getting or text size, whatever, means be thinking like that. Let's verify with the help of output. So see, we got the output. In one condition, we got a complete line, H1 hello world. But in second line, what we getting? We getting the hello world and it treating like the boldness. Correct? Remove this H1 and pass here a span because already H1 we are taking from there. Let's save. Yeah. So what we got? We got H1 hello world. H1 is there, it's not showing the effect. But hello world is there, it's showing the effect of H1. Clear? Why we had written inner text and inner HTML. This is property. On property, we going to apply the style. This both inner HTML and inner text, you will use a lot when you working on the project. Suppose you going to design any content management type of project, then you will use this thing a lot. When you typing message, actually, see, I'm showing you what is going behind the scene. When we are typing message here, Dharmender left, Sweta had left, then again joined. Who is not there? Vivekanand already left. Fine. Good. Okay. See, when we writing anything, yeah, when we writing anything, hi, okay. If I want to boldness, apply this bold. See what happened. It added something, a star. Let's say hit the message. You got the hi. Fine. Let's hello. Add italic. What happened? Some symbol came. Actually, what is happening there? Internally, they are taking your tag itself, HTML tag. When you take in B, okay, it taken the bold tag, means a B tag, whatever we know that. B, HELLO, hello. This type itself, it's a taking. But now just imagine if you will hit like this type of messages, let's see. Now you got the message like this type. Okay, so whether this is inner text or inner HTML.
Inner text.
This is inner text because it had not behave whatever you are sending. Means what we want a B and then hello world, means a hello. So this hello should be bold because we had added the B, but it's not happen like that. So because it's treated like a plain text, so that is coming due to the inner text and inner HTML property. So when you will work on the content management type of project, that time blog writing, okay, that time you will get these all things a lot. So that time you have to pass your all HTML, whatever data you getting from the database, you have to pass in inner HTML itself. Okay, clear how to add the property binding? So this was the example of property binding. Second thing is more button is there, disabled property. So I am disabled. Let's see. Second example. What is written? We written one button. Here we had written the property disabled equal to we had written the is disabled. Okay. What is this one? Sorry. What is this one and what is this one? Tell me. Two things is available there. What is first? What is second?
Sir, within bracket that is a
Property.
properties.
Okay.
Sir.
Yeah. Second. And second one equal to after
Source, sir.
source. Means first one is the property. Second is one is the source. Means from somewhere the data have to come for that. Correct or not? For the source, data have to come from somewhere. Is
Yes,
this
sir.
correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So data have to come. Now see, just a compare in the upper one. Title was there. So let's verify. On the TS page, title is there. Then only it was displaying this output. Correct? Same thing for this is disabled. Is disabled if be writing true. Okay. Let's verify whether it's working or not. So see, I am disabled. Button is disabled now. That is white color. Make this false.
It will be highlighted.
It will be get bold because now see, I am disabled, but it's clickable. Previously it was not clickable. Okay. Now see one time. Now it get disabled. But now we are writing directly true or false. Suppose tomorrow when you going to do anything, suppose that some scenario will be there. On that basis, you have to do true or false. So how you will do? Because here you had done hard coded. You are going to hard code your value, but we will not go hard code the value. We will take with the help of the variable. That's why we had written one variable that is disabled. Is disabled. So now just tell me what values should be available for this is disabled. Any number, digit, Boolean value, what?
Boolean value, sir.
Boolean value. So we
Yes.
have to pass true or false for this variable. Okay. So let's go to TS page and we will pass the value from here. So let's uncomment this line. So see what we had written. We written the variable name equal to true. Fine. Let's see now whether it's getting disabled or not. So it's anyway
Getting
it is disabled.
Yes, because
Let's
value is
remove
true.
that and now make this false and now save. So now it not have to disabled. Now it is enabled. Got it? Now see, we had not passed any value here, true or false. We passing just variable and we are getting the data from this TypeScript page. Clear? What are we doing?
Yes, sir. For me, no doubt, sir. Clear.
Anyone having doubt? Because if you
No,
want
sir.
disabled or enable, you have to pass true or false because this is CSS property. Disabled, that is the CSS property. So that we are passing there. And then is disabled, that we doing. Any issue, anyone? Shivani, Sweta, any issue? No issue?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, suppose in one assignment you had seen here something was written. So what is the value? Means what type of data type of is disabled having? What type of value is disabled have? Number,
Boolean.
Boolean, what?
Boolean.
Boolean. Do one thing,
Boolean.
put cursor over is disabled. You will get the suggestion automatic. You not have to worry. Okay, put the cursor over this. See that. Got it? Last line, Boolean. Copy this one. If you want to tell that this is a Boolean or this is a string, you can pass there with the help of colon. Pass colon first, and then you have to write that Boolean. This type you can strictly tell that this is a Boolean type. Okay, now your data is like a Boolean. Do one thing, let's write a string. See that error message. Type Boolean is not assignable to a string. Why? Because we had written here false. Make this false inside the string. Now you will not get error because now this is a string. Now put the cursor over is Boolean. What is the type? Type become a string. Got it? Remove this. Pass 2. What is the type of now? Now again we got the error. What should be the error? Tell me. Without looking over the error.
Yes, sir, because we already made a string and we have to pass the number, sir.
Yeah. So put the cursor. Now see. Type number. Because we are passing 2. Type number is not assignable to type a string. Got it? So we have to make this value as a string. So you can pass like this way. You will not get any error. So when you writing any type, and one thing, suppose we don't know what will be the value. Suppose 2 is there. We had written a string, we getting error. There is 1/3 type. When you don't know what should be the type, you can pass any type. Okay. Any means we are not going to tell that this is a string type, this is number type, this is Boolean type, or whether this is array type or object. We're not going to tell anything. Any means universal, but don't pass any. If there will be situation that you can't predict and you have to pass the type, then only you can pass the type, that any. Otherwise, pass the proper type. This is known as the strictly check, a strict mode. In the JavaScript, we had learned one thing. We had studied already. Use a strict. That itself is here. Okay. Use a strict means strictly you have to pass. What is your type? So now, or right now, what we were doing? We was passing Boolean. Let's take Boolean and take true or false, whatever. Let's save and see. So is disabled, now true, and now it become the disabled. If we passing here false, we will write here false. Now output will be means enabled. Clear? So why we written this one? Why we writing this value? Everything clear or having any issue? Here we going to tell the type. Suppose even method ng on init. Here also be given the type. See, void. Void means what?
If you want to return something, then only we are going to use void.
Yeah, Lalan, just 5 minutes. So when we not want to return the data, that time we will use the void. Means if after doing operation, we not going to return anything. That time we will use the void. So we looked over the inner HTML, inner text, then is disabled. So you can read this explanation, everything is written. Next is the attribute binding. So how we can pass the attribute binding? So same type, we will use attribute. Okay. Attribute means ATTR. See that here you will get. Let it to be. This one we will cover tomorrow and everybody's data is getting over. I don't know what they done with the data.
Reels देखता है वो